Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships with the Hive Hand. I'm going to apologise if I'm sounding a bit crap. I had my COVID jab yesterday and I'm feeling a little bit rough today, but well, it's all for the greater cause. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. A little visual graphical error, but don't worry about it. It's fine. We'll just skip past that. So myself, Mr. Neppington, and JC plays. We were having a couple of games, a few friendly rounds, and we came up against an Ochakov, and we found it almost hilarious how damn near impossible it was to kill the Ochakov when we were in some heavily equipped ships. We were using predominantly battleships, and we decided, well, sod it. This thing's clearly acting a little bit overpowered, so let's see if we can break the game by just running Ochakovs. And to be honest with you, we won about 8 games in a row and got bored because it was just absolutely ridiculous. And this is just one of those highlights from that game. So here's myself in the Ochakov, not suspicious at all here, honestly. And we're gonna start off our adventure by heading towards A. So notice this Nelson off out in the distance. Might as well take a shot. Have a look with our torpedoes. Let's see where the ships are heading. Try and help us predict what our targets are going to be in the near future. And oh look, a Shimakaze, 3 Ochakovs. He comes around the corner to 3 Ochakovs. So JC in front of me obviously fires up his radar, and clat clat clat. That is almost 2/3 of his hit points gone in the matter of seconds. He does get his torpedoes off, and boom, there he goes. He's dead. He is out of there. And obviously I am smart enough to dodge those torpedoes, considering we spotted them from 100 miles away, and of course start firing on this Atlanta. JC gets, he dies. He had a bunch of torps. What a noob. But oh well, never mind. We can do this without him, surely. Pay attention to the mini-map a little bit here, because you may well notice that we have 2 DDs over by sea. Those are a pair of Shimakazes. You might want to keep an eye on them as this battle progresses on. So we're continuing to pummel away at this Alaska. He is angled, so we're not doing massive damage, but we're doing enough damage, and we are going to keep on doing enough damage to him. He's silly enough. He turns to give us broadside. We still fire HE just because, well, god damn it, he's so low. And our sound's back in there. Hive Hound in the Cleveland kills an Ochakov. Yes, not suspicious at all. Right, okay, so let's time this flank is cleared off. It is time to turn around and see what other targets are available. Yes, if you are paying attention to the minimap, you can see all their team is clambered up together in the middle. They hold the B cap and the C cap, even though we did just take A, and both of our Shimikazes are right over the far edge of the map, being incredibly useful and helpful to the team. I'm not entirely, I think what they might have been doing is they're not in a division, so I think they might be trying to fight each other over who can torp the carrier by skirting the edges of the map together. But hey ho, and we take our first bit of damage, and there is a Nelson. Torpedoes, doesn't matter, it's Ochakov. We have a ridiculously fast rudder shift, and I think it's probably one of, if not the smallest turning circle radiuses at tier 6, and we can risk sailing broadside to a Nelson. Its guns are too big. If it does hit us, all it's going to do is overpen. So we are really not worried about that at all. And Mr. Nepington actually took a colossal hit from that Nelson. Problem was he was angled too much, so he didn't get the overpens. Get good, scrub. Yeah. So we're going to sort of reverse back, use our defensive AA fire, because that carrier is now all of a sudden paying some attention to us, and we're just going to continue to irritate the crap out of this Nelson, and slowly but surely wear him down. And Mr. Nepington easily dodges those torpedoes because, once again, he's in Ochakov. It has super small turning circle and a ridiculously fast rudder shift, even without it being buffed. Current build on this is Kuznetsov. You can go with the other guy, who I forget his name, who does increase your agility, but honestly, on this ship, it is a massive waste of time. So we're up to 57,000 damage. I think that's reasonably good. Oh, here comes some more torpedoes. Must be the how many torpedoes are there? 5. Must be one of the other enemy shimikazes. They had 2 shimikazes, and there is a Kagero out there somewhere. And yeah, as you can see, that Nelson desperately trying to finish off Mr. Nepington after he nuked him to within an inch of his life, and, well, has done nothing but fail miserably because Ochakov. I've been pretty good. I swear there's there's no such thing as Russian bias, but this ship is absolutely disgusting. And oh, there we go, a wild Kagero appears. Mr. Nepington, with his 0 hit points, scores a juicy hit. And oh, do we get to finish him off? Oh, he's slowing down. He's hiding in the smoke. Mr. Nepington leaves him with just enough to survive. And also, again, not suspicious at all. Not in the slightest. We did, in fact, Kagero is in fact an enemy cruiser. So just to let you know. But unfortunately, Mr. Nepington, our last remaining teammate, succumbed to the power of the enemy Imperial Japanese Navy class cruiser Kagero. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Oh, would you look at that? A Shimikaze. Now, it's an unbeknown trait. Right? Not a lot of people know this, but the Shimikaze is in fact a cruiser, and we can prove that very shortly as we absolutely start raining some hell down on him. It doesn't matter what he does, he's 7 kilometers away from an Ochakov. He's as good as dead. Smoke up all you want, buddy, it's absolutely fine. Even though actually our radar's on cruiser, but our radar's on cruiser, radar's on cooldown, but it's not going to matter because we destroyed an enemy cruiser. There we go. And another kill for me in the Cleveland, not the Ochakov. I told you, some weird bugs going on today. Don't worry about it. Forget it. We'll just swiftly gloss over that, and the fact that my Ochakov is called an Akatsuki. We'll just don't worry about it. And here we go. Right, okay, so this is the second Alaska. Right, so the Alaska is a legendary tier cruiser with some very large, high caliber guns. He is completely full health as he starts this engagement. We're down to 11,000 out of our only 23,000 hit points. Well, we're still doing well, and the other enemy Kagero is now in fact spotted as we get our high caliber award, scoring 104,000 damage in this match. And Kagero's kind of disappeared, so we're just going to switch back and continue to focus on this Alaska. We're looking over just in case he does pop up. Our radar's still on cooldown, so not much we can do to spot him other than rely on him being an idiot and putting himself out in front of us. So obviously the Alaska is now in the cap circle as well, so we are of course scoring a couple of defend ribbons at the same time, and I'm unsure why we're not scoring anymore. Maybe they've put a limit on it, but the Alaska looks like he has now come out of the cap circle. He's now firing at our, I believe it's our carrier, as we sneakily launch some torps at their carrier. And now that the Kagero's dumb enough to get himself spotted, as we've already discussed, I believe we have already gone over this. The Kagero is in fact a Japanese cruiser, and that will be confirmed very, very shortly. Indeed, one more salvo and he is done, and we destroyed an enemy cruiser. There we go. Right, okay, so Shikaku's spotted. Shikaku's sailing broadside. We're just gonna unleash some high explosive on him as we get a flood in, and a bunch of hits, taking us up to 160,000 damage. Switched to armor piercing, but the armor piercing didn't seem to be too effective, so back to the high explosive. Only 2,000 damage per salvo, but hey, we can live with 2,000 damage per salvo when our guns fire this quickly. So yeah, unfortunately we are going to have to leave him to his own devices. And if you've been paying attention to those two DDs, those two Shimikazes, they have finally made it into range to fight something. Just to confirm, JC, who died right at the start of the match, got more XP than one of these two remaining Shimikazes who have made it, what's that? Well, at the moment, 12.5 minutes into the battle. One of them's gonna die soon, but not before. Well, yeah, we'll just wait and see. And of course, here we go. Right, so a Richelieu tier 7 battleship, low caliber guns, absolutely perfect. Like quite possibly the best ship for killing cruisers, because it's not going to overpen because of its smaller caliber guns, and oh well, he overpens because we're sailing broadside to him in an Ochakov. And oh right, I didn't realise the Richelieu was a cruiser. Well, okay, it's official. The Richelieu is in fact a cruiser, and that has given us our 4th kill. Is it now? No, fifth kill of the match. So I don't know why the carrier decided to come around here, but that's all right. It's just more damage for us. We'll just continue to farm him. And again, see, like, it doesn't seem, no matter what we fire, HE or armor piercing, nothing really does that much damage. But there we go, he is dead, and that's us done with 180,000 damage, a Kraken unleashed, as well as a bunch of other medals. So yeah, we had graphical errors of 4,812 base XP. Nyan got 212, and look there, that Shimikaze that died just before the end, 1200 XP, and JC getting 1400 XP after eating torps right at the start. So I'm going to be honest with you, I've got a little bit of confession to make. Some of you may have noticed, some of you may have not, but in fact that was actually JC the whole time, and it was me who ate the torps like a noob right at the start. He's in on the joke, so all is well. But what an absolutely fantastic game by JC. To those two Shimikazes, yeah, you need to go back to tier 1, and until next time, take care.